So we are honored tonight to have with us State Senator Vickie Sawyer, and she is going to come to the podium and address. We've all got to know Senator Sawyer over the last 2 years, is that right, as representing us in the State General Assembly. She represents the Senate's 34th District, which includes Iredell and Yadkin counties. Was first elected in 2018. In the State Senate, she serves on the Agriculture, Environment, and Natural Resources Committee, Commerce and Insurance Committees, and Healthcare Committee, and the Senate Rules Committee. She's married to Brett, and they've owned Sawyer Insurance and Financial Services in Mooresville since 2002. And Senator Sawyer is a graduate of the University of North Carolina at Charlotte with a Bachelor of Arts degrees in Special Education. She resides in Mooresville with her husband and 2 daughters. So thank you for being here, and I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Justin. I'm used to talking in front of folks, but not talking in front of folks with the camera on. So sometimes my jokes are funny, but I'm a little afraid that that thing won't laugh. So we'll see. We'll try to make it through this pretty well. Thank you for that kind introduction, Justin. You guys know that you're blessed to have such a leader like him, and he's well respected in Raleigh, and he really has Yadkin's best interest at heart. And I'll make it quick because I do want to let you know that we are working in Raleigh for you. I mean, there's an election going on. I don't know if you heard about it or not, but just a little. There's a little election going on right now, and truthfully, it will shape the state of North Carolina for the next 10 years. So I know we're not going to get political, but I do want to say that make sure that if you're, and you, as you do here, protect your rural way of life, that you must get out and vote with those small town values, because our small town values are under attack by large cities in North Carolina. So make sure this year, it's not, to me, it's not about Republican and Democrat. To me, it's about small town versus big town. And so we want to make sure that my Southern values and your Southern and rural values stay strong. So we worked really hard in the General Assembly this year, last 2 years actually, to make sure we support the community, support the farming community. You have an amazing commissioner, Steve Troxler, who's got and worked so hard with for you, and actually spent some time with him today. One of the ways that Steve has helped this area out is that we were grateful that Yadkin received a USDA grant just today. So we had a presentation where they received $2.5 million for rural broadband. So they wrote a grant, Commissioner Troxler, Patrick McHenry, those electeds at the USDA at the federal level worked to get that money here. And so they will help to get certain areas faster and better broadband. Also in the General Assembly, we worked as well for that, and we have a great grant program that Yadkin is applying for. I am working my hardest to make sure that Yadkin gets that money, because I understand that in order to compete on a global scale as farmers, you got to be able to also access the globe in real time, right? You can't just be in dial-up mode. You have to compete, and you can't miss it because yet your internet is again out at the house. So as a General Assembly, we're working very hard to make sure you guys get that infrastructure that you need. I think you're going to see some really good stuff happening in that space in the next 6 months, but I am here for you. So if you need me to talk to someone or help you in any way, please let me know, because I'm there. Viable Utility Fund, Reserve Fund, that just sounds like a bunch of gobbledygook, but really what that means is that General Assembly put some money to make sure that those systems that treat wastewater treatment systems and water systems that were failing over time, that we made sure that we came in and give some money to them so we can support those rural areas that have those failing water systems. You see that a lot out east. So we have definitely put some money to make sure that communities have there. A couple other things. I mean, we did put, let's see, now see my old age is kicking in, so I can't really see all that good stuff. Today was a big money day again for Yadkin County. Congressman McHenry was here. He gave a $300,000 SAFER grant to the Yadkinville Fire Department, and that's going to help again purchase equipment and things, so that helps keep your tax dollars low by getting other tax dollars in here. So very good big day for Yadkinville Fire Departments. If you know anybody over there, tell them great job, because that was a hard grant for them to get, and that $300,000 is going to go a long way. Really, what we really need to also look at, and the last thing I want to highlight, that we put $30 million in the budget, made sure it got through for a water resources project. that sounds like kind of frilly. Really what it is flooding. You know, we want to make sure you get into those streams, make sure we can shore up those streams in their banks so that we don't have all of this flooding that's going to come in and take out crops. And that's not just down east, that's all over North Carolina. So the General Assembly does have rural folks at heart, and we continue to do that, and hopefully we will be able to come back and continue that good service to our rural communities in the future. So thank you so much for being here and your support. Make sure that everybody you know goes out and votes, even if it's for the other guy. At least we can say that you guys went out and voted. And I want to make sure that our rural communities are represented so that when I'm in Raleigh, I can best represent you. So thank you so much.